I invited a dozen of my friends and family to compete in a game of Dungeons & Dragons. But this is no ordinary D&D campaign. Instead of going on fun quests together, their characters are getting thrown into a battle royale style game show, complete with deadly monsters, traps, and challenges. Most of them will not survive, but those who do are going to earn some incredible rewards. I'm Patch Lacey, and welcome to Beholder's Game. You all awaken in an unfamiliar room. The floor of the room looks like a campsite. There's a fire surrounded by a bunch of tents, one for each of you. However, despite its rugged outdoorsy appearance, it is surrounded on all sides by cement walls. Several hooded figures enter the room and stand in formation with their hands behind their back. Attention adventurers, welcome to Beholder's Game. The first challenge will begin in only a moment. Please quickly grab anything you would like and follow us. You stand on one end of a very large arena stretching hundreds of feet out in front of you. There's only one large, ornate statue of a hideous beholder at the other end of the room, glaring down on the arena and on you all. A hooded figure announces to you, adventurers, your first challenge will be red light, green light. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Great.
So here's how it's going to work. For my D&D version of Red Light, Green Light, players are taking their turns in initiative order, and then at the end of each round, after every player has taken their turn, the light in the room is going to turn red, and I'm going to have them roll a dexterity saving throw, which represents how well a player was able to freeze in place. The difficulty of that roll will partially depend on what sort of action they took during their turn, but I didn't tell them that. If they roll too low, the statue at the other end of the room will detect their movement and attack them. The first 9 players to make it to the other side of the room will win the challenge and move on to the next round. Everyone else will be eliminated.
Daniela, the first move is yours.
Can I move up just straight forward? I have 30 feet to go. I'll end my turn.
The next move is Trevor.
I have an ability called Dread Ambusher. My walking speed is also 35. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's 35 feet of movement. I still have 10 feet left. I would like to look at the chest.
So the chests and crates are kind of stuck in the dirt, and in order to get them out, you're going to need to roll a strength check.
I rolled a 9 on the die plus 3, so 12 total.
12 succeeds. You found pixie dust.
I mean, I could dash. I'll move into difficult terrain.
I assume that's the end of your turn?
Yep.
The next move is Elliot.
Sorry, before you begin, say, don't go too far from me.
Let's use our movement. I'll cast Blade Ward on myself. That's my turn.
Cool. Harrison, you're up.
All right, take my movement. I'm going to take a dash action. I'm going to also double my movement. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I will wait at the beginning of difficult terrain.
Grace, it's your move.
Can you move me? I have 60 feet,
No, you're the monk. It makes sense.
and I'll end my turn.
All right. Daniel, you're up.
I am going to move 8 squares forward, and I'm going to dash and move another 8 squares forward.
You reach the difficult terrain.
Does that mean my movement is halved?
That's right. You have to spend double the amount of movement to get through it.
I end my turn.
Okay. The next move is Ariel.
I will move 30 feet, and then I'm gonna dash, and then I'm gonna manifest my echo and use bonus action to do that. And that is my turn.
Alec, next move is yours.
Chris, you want some help?
Yeah.
I'm gonna move 5, 10, 15 over to Chris, and I'm going to cast a spell at 4th level. I'm going to spend 1 point to give it Subtle Spell with my meta magic, and I'm going to cast Dimension Door.
As a free action, can you also roll an Arcana check?
17.
Okay, with a 17, as you begin to cast the spell, you notice a sort of familiar static in the air. Somebody has cast a forbiddance spell somewhere. You don't quite know where. You can still cast the spell, but you might not quite make it to where you think you will.
I'm going to try to teleport with us to here.
That is exactly where you would have teleported to if you tried to teleport any further. As you step out of the portal, you see a glowing barrier on the ground.
So the rules text for Dimension Door states that if you attempt to teleport into a blocked area, the spell actually detonates and deals damage to the caster. So Alec took a pretty big risk here.
Sonia.
Alrighty. I would use my bonus action to wild shape into a Quetzalcoatlus. I would like to then fly. That is my turn.
Dylan, the next move is yours.
Everybody started running away so quickly. I'm a simple man, I can only get so far. I'm going to use my movement 30 feet to get up to Elliot, please. I'm going to touch Elliot and say, let's try to get through this together. And I'll cast Freedom of Movement at 5th level to affect both of us. At Freedom of Movement, we are unaffected by difficult terrain and cannot be grappled, restrained, paralyzed, or incapacitated. And that's my turn.
Chris Holt.
Okay. I will move and then kind of do an action. I would like to cast Haste, a 3rd level spell on Alec. I'll end my turn.
Our final player at the start, Chris Wong.
Come on, Chris.
All right, so I'm gonna start out by casting a 3rd level spell. I'm gonna cast Fly on myself, and that will give me a flying speed of 60 feet for the duration. So I'm gonna use that 60 feet just to move 60 feet forward, and then I'm gonna end my turn there.
Okay. The statue's light turns red. I need everyone to roll a dexterity saving throw. Those of you who dashed, roll with disadvantage. The statue's light begins to glow more brightly. Elliot, Daniel, and Chris failed the check. You failed to freeze in place as the light switched. Elliot, you are struck with a blazing red light. You're gonna take 73 damage.
Oh my God.
And you look over at where Elliot was. Elliot, you are gone.
Oh my God.
Like just
You are disintegrated.
Oh yeah, because you have
What? Oh, wait. I do not feel good. It was the very first roll. It was the one roll that counted. It just feels horrible. Anything except the freaking one.
Elliot is correct. His character's dexterity stat is one of the highest of anyone at the table, to the point where the only way he could fail this check was by rolling a nat 1 critical failure. Very unlucky, especially given his character's abysmal starting HP.
We gotta beat Patrick up later.
Daniel, you are taking 74 points of damage.
I can take that.
You survive. You take a massive blast of energy.
I just hit the Death Star ray and I walked away.
You're crumpled over on the ground, but you stand up. You're still alive. Chris Wanek, you are taking 77 points of damage.
Ouch.
How many do you have?
62.
You look over at where Chris was flying. And he ain't flying no more.
I'm salty, honestly. Not even anything I could have done. Just one bad roll. Yeah, it just sucks. I don't know what else to say.
So Chris says he feels like there's nothing else he could have done, and while I understand why he feels that way, especially given how low his character's dexterity stat is, he did have some options. If you've seen Squid Game, you'd know that one of the strategies players use during red light, green light is to hide behind each other. With all the bonus movement from casting Flight, it would have been pretty easy for him to position himself behind someone else, rather than flying up and over everything, making himself literally the easiest target imaginable.
And we're back to Daniela.
You think that's gonna be a continuing issue, that dashing thing?
Can you move mine? Can I check to see what's in the chest?
In order to open it, you're gonna need to make a strength check. Otherwise, you're gonna have to use your action to open it. What do you wanna do?
18.
You successfully open the chest without expending too much effort. With a 12, you found a potion of greater healing.
Wait, that sounds important. Can I walk some more, right? Can I
You
finish
can,
my walk?
yes. Trevor, it's your move.
I would like to make a strength check. I rolled a natural 19 on the die, -1, so 18.
That'll work. You open it effortlessly. You found a potion of healing.
Quick question.
Sure.
He just has a potion of healing, not greater healing.
Just so we're all aware, yours is better.
Okay, so I have 35 feet of movement. I would like to dash.
All right, that is the end of Trevor's turn. It is now Harrison's turn.
Daniel, do you trust me?
Are you going to get me to the other side?
That's the goal.
Okay. Yeah, I trust you.
Your girlfriend's right here. I'm literally right here.
I'm going to place a hand upon Daniel's back, and I'm going to cast Thunder Step. I'm going to just cross the difficult terrain.
Okay, your spell resolves. You're both moved.
You're a nice guy, Harrison.
So I get 30 feet. That was 10. I moved 10 feet. That's I'll just move my 20 feet then. So I'm next to Sonia.
Okay, Grace, what would you like to do?
Is there a way that I could get to the edge and then like walk on the wall? I'll go up to 60. Yeah, I end my turn.
Daniel, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, 4 to this chest, and I'm gonna roll strength check.
Yeah.
It's a 19, so it's a 23.
You found a potion of healing.
I need that. I can dash and get all the way to the end. Oh my gosh.
Do what's best for you.
I'm just gonna move 4.
Then it's Ariel's turn.
Okay, so my echo is gonna go up in the air 5 feet, and then it's gonna move the rest of the way. And then I'm going to use, you can teleport magically swapping places with your echo. And then my echo is gonna die at the end of my turn.
Alec.
I will move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I will check the box.
Make a strength check for me.
Strength check. So good at that. It's an 11.
You're gonna need to use your action to open it then.
I will use the extra action from haste.
Alec, you are granted a potion of advantage.
Whoa.
It essentially functions as an inspiration point. It lets you roll with advantage on one roll.
Let's freaking go, dude!
I'm going to Misty Step to just before the barrier, and then I'm going to walk across the line.
Alec, as you step across the line onto one of the pedestals, it lights up, activates, and whisks you away back to camp.
Oh, just gone?
First across the line. Real happy for Chris. The haste was clutch. I'm not sure it was needed, but definitely helped.
Alec is gone. Sonia, it's your turn.
I'm going to fly 5, 10, 15 feet. I'm going to make a strength check to try to open the chest. It's not a 19, it's actually a 1.
You're gonna need to use your action to open the chest in that case.
Yeah, I'll just use an action to open the chest then.
Okay. You found a potion of advantage.
Let's freaking go. Okay, now I'm going to use the last of my movement to just get across the finish line.
As you land on the platform across the finish line, it lights up and you are whisked away back.
As a bird.
It is now Dylan's turn.
As I look back in terror, as my friend has been turned to ash and dust like a 4th of July barbecue, I am going to cast Resistance on myself as a cantrip, giving me an additional D4 to roll on a saving throw once before it ends, and I will dash with all of my movement straight forward. And I still have freedom of movement, so the terrain does not affect me.
So we didn't catch it during the game, but clerics do not have the ability to cast spells and to dash during the same turn. They both require a full action. So technically he cheated, though I'm pretty sure this was an accident.
Crystal.
All right now. All right. I am going to move 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I will use dash. And then 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, Chris. As you step across the finish line onto one of the pedestals, it lights up and you're whisked away back to camp. There are 6 pedestals remaining.
There's 6 left.
The statue flips from green to red. I'm going to need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw. If you dashed, you roll with disadvantage. The statue glows more brightly than before, lights up a bright red, and fires one blast. Harrison, you are taking 70 points of damage.
Okay. I live.
Bro, I want to throw up.
You are dazed, your flesh is seared, but you are alive.
How many hit points do you have left? I have 13.
That's all you need, baby. That's all you need.
The statue flicks back to green, and we are back to Daniela.
Let's move the 30 feet, and then let's just dash as well. I'm gonna use cunning action dash.
And then it goes to Trevor.
I would like to do a strength check. A 19 plus 3, 22.
Fling it open. You found a cracked pearl of power.
Oh my gosh.
That sounds good too.
How many things are left?
There are 6 pedestals remaining.
I hesitated for a solid 10 to 15 seconds on my last turn before I cross the finish line, but I could have attacked Harrison. I thought that Dylan and everybody else had something a little up their sleeve, right? And I kind of did not want to draw the ire of the group by killing somebody. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I regret not making that choice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I would like to use my action to dash.
Trevor, as you step across the finish line, the 6th pedestal lights up and whisks you away back to camp. Harrison?
Now I'm going to cast Misty Step. So if you can move me 30 feet forward. Additional 30, please, for my walking speed. Am I over? I'm over.
Grace, it's your move.
Okay, so I'm gonna walk on the side again.
Keep on the wall.
Yeah, so I have 60, so 12. Well, I'm next to a chest. Can I look?
Yeah, okay, so roll a strength check for me, please.
7. Nice, never mind.
You are unable to wrestle the chest from the ground quickly, so would you like to keep at it for the rest of your turn, or would you like to keep moving?
I'm all good. Okay, so now I'm going to dash, and you can move me 12.
And you are safe. You're whisked away back to camp.
I don't need to be strong, I just need to be fast.
Daniel?
So I feel a bit foolish for not just dashing last
You
round.
had it in the bag. It was free.
I really risked everything. Okay. I'm just gonna think for a second. I'm going to move 8 squares and I'm gonna cross.
Okay. Okay.
My speed is halved, right? Because I'm in the mud.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to move up to the line, and then I'm going to manifest my echo, and then I'm gonna have it move so it's 15, so it's not out of 30-foot range. And that's my turn.
Dylan.
Okay. I don't have enough speed to catch up with you guys, so I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit and cast Death Ward on myself. I am now going to dash as far as I can with 60 feet uninhibited by the difficult terrain. That's my turn.
Well, you guys know how this goes, I think, at this point. The statue flickers to red. The echo is dusted, but nobody failed that round.
Oh my god.
Can I move? And then all I got is the dash. Okay, I'm gonna do the cunning action dash again.
Okay. I wish my echo didn't die. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm going to move 30 feet, and then I'm going to dash and move another. And then I, just for funds, will just manifest my echo right here. Just cause I like her.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Then it is going to be Dylan's turn.
It was lovely playing with you all. Yeah, so the best thing that I can do, I'll move 30 feet closer to the finish line to start. And is Daniela within 30 feet of me? I am going to cast Resistance on Daniela, giving you a D4 on your next saving throw.
He's going out of order. He's going out of order. Oh my gosh.
I'm giving her an advantage on her next saving throw. Okay, that's my turn. Four! Yay! Sick.
I got blasted.
You're gonna take 62 points of damage.
Okay, we're good. We're fine.
30. Then a dash, please.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yes.
Daniela, you made it.
All right, I'm going to use my bonus action to switch with my echo, just for funsies. And then I'm gonna move 1.
Daniela, you made it. Dylan, you have found yourself with no pedal to stand on. Everyone else has warped back to camp. The statue lights up.
A bit disappointed. Did not expect to go out in the first round, for sure. Bummed that I'm not playing with the team anymore.
Dylan went out like a champ, and I respect him for it. However, at this point during the challenge, there were still 2 pedestals remaining, and cleric magic can do a lot more than just heal and empower allies. If he really wanted to win at all costs, he could have cast either Hold Person or Banishment on one of the other players, which would have given him enough time to catch up.
You all arrive back at camp. Okay, I shouldn't say you all arrive.
Yikes, bro.
Congratulations, you have survived your first challenge. You guys all enter a stone corridor that borders a small inner room. Stone walls seal off the hallway from the central room, but at about head height, there is a gap in the walls filled by iron bars that you can see through. The room bears only a few torches on each side and a pit near the center. Thick chains attached to an apparatus on the ceiling reach down at each corner into the pit, which disappears into the darkness below. One of the hooded figures walks in and announces to the group, "Adventurers, your second challenge is Treasure Test."
So, in this challenge, the players are presented with 2 treasure chests, one real and one mimic. Their objective is to use one of their character's skills to figure out which is which. If they choose wrong, the mimic chest will attack them. They aren't allowed to attack or cast spells or use any other magical abilities during this challenge. All they can do is pick a skill and give it their best roll. I didn't tell them this, but the DC for this challenge is different for each skill, and lower for the more thematically appropriate skills. For example, it makes more sense to use investigation here than to use, say, acrobatics. I also allowed them to guess randomly, in which case I'll simply flip a coin to determine whether their character chose right or wrong. The players take on this challenge one at a time, but while they make their attempt, I'm also allowing everyone else in the room to roll. And if anyone gets a nat 20, they're allowed to chime in and help.
I'll go first.
I'll go first, okay. Trevor, what do you want to do?
Being a ranger, I would like to use my insight to kind of look at the chests and glean which one I believe to be is good, which one I believe is to be is bad.
Go for it.
I rolled a natural 20.
Oh.
The vibes are so strong with the chest on the left. That one is mean mugging you and you don't quite get why. It doesn't have eyes that you can see, but you just feel it looking at you. Nat 20, you've selected the correct chest.
Let's go. Okay, good job.
There you go, Trevor.
You found restorative ointment. This is a single-use cure-all, basically. Who would like to go next?
I would.
All right, Daniel.
Would anyone like to speak up? That's okay. I am not exactly a thinker. I'm a hitter, so I've got perception, kind of. I think I will have to roll perception. I think that is my best bet, so I will roll a d20. That is a 10.
As you approach, You think you get a glint of the chest looking at you funny, but it was just a reflection of something else. You're not really sure. You approach the wrong chest, and you try to open it, and it attacks you. Daniel, you are going to take 48 damage.
I can take that twice, fool.
Okay. But we don't want you to.
The chest lets go and sinks back into the abyss, and a new platform rises with 2 more chests.
Has everyone rolled? Okay. I am back. Would anyone like to speak up?
I still can't help you.
That's okay. My athletics is real good.
Can I offer some insight?
Yeah.
Your 50-50 might be a better shot than any roll that you got.
You think so?
If a 10 did not
That's
pass
true.
the check.
That's true. That's a good point. Yeah, I think my best bet is 50-50. So, right is right. Left is right 50% of the time.
In my experience, left is always right.
I'm going with left. That is my decision.
You're picking randomly. Okay.
Yes, I've made my decision.
Daniel, you've chosen incorrectly. Daniel, you're taking 47 damage.
I'm alive. What can I say? I've got one more chance. One chance less, folks.
If you had one chance.
I'm gonna do athletics, which is +8.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Come on, baby.
All the marbles, all right?
Go for it.
Do I look scared? That is a 13.
A 13 on the die?
No.
A 13 total? Okay. You slam the platform and look for one of the chests shifting its movement to stay in place. And you think you see something, but you chose incorrectly again.
So I'm dead, huh?
You are taking 41 damage. The chest carries you down into the abyss, and you are gone.
Nice knowing you guys.
Oh, man. So sorry.
Man, I should have known going into this that this was how it was gonna be. Watching Patrick say that I died took me back to some little childhood older brother destroying me in Super Smash Bros. Oh man, takes me back. I'm glad I get to watch other people stress out instead of me.
Alec is 100% correct here. The Barbarian is not good at careful threat detection and things of that nature. Daniel was on the right track using Perception, as this was the skill with the lowest DC, but his character simply doesn't have the stats to reliably succeed at perception checks. What Barbarians are good at is taking hits. If he'd simply gone 50-50 all 3 times, he'd have had just shy of 90% odds of making it through.
Next.
I'll go. Okay. I enter the room. I'm going to shout. I'm going to shout and see which one moves. I'm going to do an intimidation.
Okay, Chris, you're gonna try to intimidate this thing, huh?
Yeah. Let me just put this here. Oh my gosh. I got 14.
You shout with all your might, and both of the chests kind of move a little bit, but you're unable to figure out which one is moving from being scared. The mimic strikes out at you and deals 49 damage.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, showtime. Okay.
What would you like to do?
Can anyone help? Okay, after that fail, I'm going to try to persuade the mimic to reveal itself.
Okay.
I'm gonna use a persuasion. Please, come on, bro. Come on. Oh, 17 plus 7? That's 24.
You just start talking on about how delicious you look, and you notice one of the mimics is kind of salivating. Or one of the treasure chests is salivating. You know that's the one to avoid. You've chosen the correct chest.
Chris got incredibly lucky. Persuasion was definitely one of the worst skills to choose to use here. But with a 24, he made a miracle happen.
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
Oh.
Potion of healing.
Take it and go. Take it and go.
Who would like to go next?
Me, please.
Ariel's going.
I'm scared. Okay. I'm on the same vibes. I'm gonna like throw something at it to see if I can use my athletics to get it to work. Would anyone like to help me? You can't? Okay, I'm rolling. Oh. Okay, I rolled a 11. No, yeah, 11.
Okay, you throw something at the platform and try to shake it and see if any of them shift their weight, and you are unable to figure it out.
Okay.
The mimic is going to attack you.
Yep.
And Ariel, you are taking 55 damage.
Why is it so high? Oh, this might be it, y'all.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna try to do the same thing. Would anyone like to help me?
I cannot.
Cannot.
15 plus 7.
15 plus 7?
22.
Whoa.
The way you hit this platform shakes it in a way that this mimic cannot believe. You notice it's shifting its weight to try to stay balanced, and you know which chest to avoid.
Oh, yes.
You find pixie dust.
What is that?
This item allows you to fly at your walking speed. Who would like to go next?
So I'm rolling perception, which is +8.
You got this. Easy. No. What was it?
It's a 1.
You're a little too shook to be able to figure out which one is which. It is going to attack you. You're gonna take 60 damage.
Did you roll max? Holy cow.
What's going up, bro?
I got you this time. Don't even worry about it, Sonia.
I'm worried. I'm worried about it. I literally just have to, I can't fail this one. Anybody. That's all right. All right, I'm gonna try to do it again, because I have a +8, which is so good. I really just need you to not, mess around, because you will find out. 16 total.
Sonia, with a 16, now that you've already been hit once, your adrenaline is pumping, you're really focused. As you survey the chests, you see a flicker, almost like a dilation of a pupil, in the keyhole of one of the chests, and you realize that's not a keyhole, that's an eye. You have found the correct chest.
Oh my God! Are you scared? I was scared.
You found a potion of hill giant strength.
Oh my gosh.
Who would like to go next?
I'll go.
Go, Harrison. You got this.
Yeah. Anyone a peanut? Cool. I, being a warlock, I've been, my djinn has given me devil's sight. Typically it's to see through darkness, but I'm gonna use that. It's not an ability that doesn't do it realistically. To investigate, really see what's going on. I have a +8 to investigate, so I'm gonna really go for it. Okay. I got a 19 total.
A 19 on investigation. You recognize something about the metal used to bind together the chests is notoriously hard to work with and would not be used for a chest such as this. You know that one is faking. You succeeded.
Oh. Really? I have 58 health total.
You found a potion of healing.
Take that.
Yeah, you need that.
I need that.
Who would like to go next?
I'll go.
Come on, let's go expertise.
So, okay, I got acrobatics, so I'm thinking maybe I can like jump or flip really loudly to get something moving. Okay. Okay, I got a 4 plus 13.
Oh, expertise.
Yeah, so 17.
Using your acrobatics, you do a sort of flip kick onto the platform to try to shake up the mimic, but it doesn't budge.
Whoa.
Daniela, the mimic attacks you, and you're gonna take 51 damage.
Oh my God. I'm gonna do the same thing.
Go for it.
It's a 4 again.
A 4 again. What is your current HP?
42.
Sorry, Daniela.
Yeah.
The mimic drags you to the depths. Brutal. Brutal game.
Fought a good fight, but I lost. I did die. Acrobatics is what I tried at plus 13 as well, so I just figured like that was my highest chance. Yeah, whatever the DC was had to have been high, or I was just really close to it, but not close enough. Obviously, if my husband wins, whatever that prize is will be my prize too. So win-win for me with a lot less effort and stress.
Daniela unfortunately chose the actual worst skill to attempt this challenge with. If she had chosen sleight of hand instead, her success was all but guaranteed.
Who would like to go next?
I'll go. I don't want to be last. Okay, I'm so frustrated. I'm just gonna yell at it, use perception, and see if one, like, yells back at me. Anyone help? Sounds good. 16 plus 8.
Grace, you very easily tell which one it is. With the two, you find a potion of healing.
Come on, Alec, bro.
I am going to do a 50-50.
Is there any help available?
50-50 it is.
Alec, you choose the chest on the left, and it opens to loot.
Oh my gosh.
Let's go. I was so stressed out. Oh man. 50-50 came in clutch. Needed it. My max skill is +4. I got lucky. It was great. It was beautiful.
That was gutsy. You've found a universal spell component. It can be used to cast any spell with an associated gold value, but it's consumed immediately.
Oh man. Okay.
That is our second challenge. Thank you for playing. My condolences to those who were dragged down to the depths. The guards lead those who remain back to the camp to deliberate, discuss, strategize, and decide whether or not you want to rest now or later.
Thank you so much for watching episode 1 of Beholder's Game. We shot this show over a year ago. It's taken forever to finally get episode 1 to a point where I'm comfortable releasing it. I hope to have the second episode ready kinda soon, but in the meantime, I plan on shooting some mini D&D game shows with some content creator friends to hold you guys over. Please do subscribe. These videos are pure passion projects for me. I make no money from them and they're very expensive to make, to be honest. And all I really want is for people to enjoy them. I hope you liked it. I don't know if you could tell, but I have never seen that much stress on my friends' faces. It was just a game, but it genuinely felt like life or death at times. Anyway, that's all for now. I'll see you guys in the next one.